Good morning, bloggers. Today is Friday, and it's January 25th, and it's an interesting day today. It has been raining. You know, I just made comments the other day about how it doesn't ever really rain here. Like, we get this drizzle nonsense that goes on forever and ever. Well, that has been disproved because it has been pouring torrents of rain every evening for the last 3 days, and it's supposed to continue, so far as I know, until Monday. So, that's a very interesting experience. But only in the evening and never at my house. You know, I drive home in the evenings at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock, and it's, crazy raining the whole way until I get to my house, and then it's not raining anymore. Perfect. Today is show day for the theater workshop class, so we're presenting our songs from Cabaret in Chicago for the last time. And, you know, forgive me if any of the students should ever see these, but it's awful. It's really, really awful. And I don't know what to say about it except for the fact that it's awful. And there are a number of reasons why it's awful. Some of the kids just are awful. But the other reason is that since we're doing these songs from Chicago, you know, the kids know them really well from the movie, and then they've been rehearsing with just a recording, a CD, you know, from the soundtrack. And so, you know, they kind of expect that it's going to be exactly the same as that. Well, number one, they're not that talented, and number two, we don't have an orchestra. So, you know, some of them are just doing it with the piano with my co-teacher, and the problem with that is, I mean, her piano playing is great, but it's not what they expect it to be. So they have this, negative sort of feeling about it. It's part of the problem. And then the other part of the problem is that in order for this really to be successful, if we're doing it like this, and particularly with songs that they know really well, or just period, when we're doing this many songs, I have to remind her of that today. We never did 10 songs in a show last year. We would do 4 or 5. And so that is the real problem. There is not enough time to rehearse all of those groups separately. Now, you know, we can work one group at a time, one day at a time, blah, blah, but we need to schedule that and have it very specific, and it can't be what this has been, which was that the kids could do whatever they wanted, and they could take as much time as they wanted, and, you know, some of the groups got priority over others, really based on who was in the group. Or also, well, yeah, who was in the group, because it told a lot about what their capabilities were. And so what ends up happening is that some of the groups know exactly what they're doing and know exactly what to expect in the piano and all of this, and others have no idea what is going on. So it's awful. I mean, it really is really awful. And I just think, well, I'm not the one on stage, so I don't care. And, you know, I do other things. People know what I'm capable of getting the kids to do. This is just a disaster. And so my co-teacher said to me, you know, that maybe we should call it a rehearsal or something. And I said, what is the point of calling it a rehearsal? This is what this class is capable of doing at this time. Yeah, there also is the problem of I have done more in my English classes than in one semester than I normally would do in the whole school year, just because of how our calendar was set up before, and that we have done in one semester in that class what we would do in 2 months last year. So, I mean, there are lots of issues, but really, that was hitting the nail on the head. They cannot be in such small groups. There cannot be 4 people in a group when there are 80 people in the class. We cannot do 20 numbers. It's not possible. It have to be a different group of people. But that's it. That's moving into my performance. I got my refund from my income tax, which is wonderful. Today, I'm going tomorrow to, there's a big meeting for the Shakespeare Festival. I'm going to that. And then Sunday, I'm going to Disneyland. I've never been to Disneyland, so I'm really excited about that. And And then I don't have rehearsal again until Friday. And I'm doing 2 huge numbers Friday and Saturday. I have a week to get it together, it's fine. What I don't have is I don't have the props that we need for the one Saturday. I don't know what to do about that. Maybe since I don't have rehearsal, I'll just go and buy the stuff we need. That would be really good. Anyway, those are my thoughts. I hope you have a good weekend if I don't check in with you. Sorry that the videos are all going to get posted at one time, but every night I go to put videos on YouTube and it doesn't work, so waiting for that to happen. Take care, be well, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.